This broadcast will begin in 5 minutes. This broadcast will begin in 4 minutes. This broadcast will begin in 3 minutes. This broadcast will begin in 2 minutes. This broadcast will begin in 1 minute. This broadcast will begin in 30 seconds.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
1 second from half court. Jumping for joy.
First ever.
A 2-on-1. Oh,
Did he bring it in? He did!
It is.
caught!
This broadcast is a production of the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Good afternoon from Moon Area High School. Today, a regular season finale with all kind of playoff implications as the host Moon Area Tigers take on the visiting Trinity Hillers. For Moon, they are already no less than co-champions of Section 2 here in Class 5A. They are looking to clinch an outright title with a victory today. On Trinity's side, well, they need a little help, but that help in the way of a Chartiers Valley win won't make any difference unless the Trinity Hillers get the victory here today over Moon. Stage is set for a good one here on the WJPA Sports Network, which is brought to you by Washington County College Center, operated by Community College of Beaver County. By the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame, celebrating our region's rich athletic tradition. By Curtis Pharmacy in Washington, Claysville, Connellsville, Carmichaels, and online at curtispharmacy.com. By Schweiney Broughton Bus Lines, the shiniest school buses in town, and they're looking for drivers like you. By CNX Dreamfields, making your dream field come true. By Camera Bartolotta for Pennsylvania Senate. Find out more at cameraforsenate.com. By Washington Financial Bank for 125 years, proud to be the bank that gets you. By Bell Print and Stitch, digital print, embroidery, design and fundraising, Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville and on Facebook. And by Visit Green. Greene County has something for everyone. Log on, visitgreen.org. It is a pleasant but breezy day here at Moon Area High School, and we bring you into our Visit Green pregame show. And in fact, we will quickly step aside and bring you back. We'll go over all those playoff scenarios in much more detail. What's at stake here today from Moon here on the WJPA Sports Network. This is the Visit Green pregame show.
Start strong and stay local. CCBC's Washington County College Center gives you the edge to get ahead. High school students can learn to fly before they drive with our Aviation Academy. If helping others is what you do, let us help you. Advance from LPN to RN and open new doors in your healthcare career. Or get ahead in college by earning general education credits. No matter your path, we're here to help you move forward. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
This is Coach Guy Montecalvo for the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame. We'd love to have you join us in celebration of outstanding athletes, coaches, and teams from our area. As a member of our chapter, you can nominate potential candidates, then vote on the nominees for each year's induction banquet. And you can help spread the word about our region's rich athletic tradition. Find us online or hit us up on Facebook and be a part of something exceptional. The Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame.
Jessica is a working mom and now takes care of her mom. Jess is a good daughter.
Mom needs to stay at home and be independent. Not always easy, but Curtis Pharmacy made it so easy and affordable for us.
The cost savings are real. Generics often priced below online pharmacies.
Compounding was the key. Now Mom and her fur baby rely on Curtis Pharmacy, and they do it in-house. Ever try to give a cat a pill?
Curtis Pharmacy does what other pharmacies wish they could. Cost saving better RX and compounding for people and pets. CurtisPharmacy.com.
Welcome back here in the Visit Green pregame show. I'm Jason Tennant. Our crew today, Scott Donnelly is handling the controls, and Brett Gambita on camera. It's a crew of Hillers here, but don't let that give you the idea of any bias here today as we have the Trinity Hillers taking on the Moon Area Tigers. And just to give you an idea, this stage was sort of set by yesterday's victory by Trinity over these Moon Tigers. 17 hits in the game for Trinity yesterday. Both Trinity and Peters Township had to get victories yesterday to keep their seasons alive, and they both did so. So this section here, Section 2 and 5A, you have Moon at the top. They have already clinched at least a share of the section title with an 8-3 section mark. They are 14-4 overall. South Fayette 7-4 on the year in the section. They're 10-8 overall. In South Fayette's case, they're still alive for a section title. They need, or at least a share. They're still alive for a share of the section title. They would need to beat Peters Township today. That is actually coming up tonight. And they would need Trinity to win this game today over Moon. Then you've got the rest of the pack. Bethel Park, Peters Township, Trinity, Upper St. Clair. All four of those teams could end up in a four-way tie at the end of today. Bethel Park is done with a 6-6 mark. For Peters Township to get to 6-6, they need to defeat South Fayette today. For Trinity to get to 6-6, they need to beat Moon today. And for Upper St. Clair to get to 6-6, they need to beat Chartiers Valley today. So what happens and who gets in if all that takes place? Well, the key here is Upper St. Clair, and that goes for both. That goes for all three teams. If Upper St. Clair needs to win, or they could also get in with losses by Trinity and Peters Township. But for Peters Township and Trinity, they absolutely need that Upper St. Clair loss in order to get in. They have to win their game, and it goes for both of them. They have to win their game. They need Upper St. Clair to lose. If that happens, in either or both cases, if Trinity wins, Peters loses, Trinity's in, Peters is out. If they both win and Upper St. Clair loses, they're both in. They'll take 5 teams out of this section into the playoffs. But the key here is in that four-way tie, if you will, if it would happen, you got to go to the tiebreakers, and it goes to the record among the tied teams against each other. So Bethel Park is 4-2 in those 6 games. Should Upper St. Clair win today, they would be 4-2 in those 6 games. Should Trinity and Peters Township both win today, they would be 2-4 in those 6 games. And that right there is the difference. Bethel Park would actually get the first spot because they swept Upper St. Clair. Then it comes into a 3-way tie. And with Upper St. Clair sweeping both Trinity and Peters Township, they would get the last spot. So as important as it is for Trinity to win the game, it is also just as important for Chartiers Valley to beat Upper St. Clair if Trinity wants to get in the postseason. Both have to happen, but obviously they both can't happen unless Trinity defeats Moon here today. So that is the stage that is set for the postseason. And like I said, also a very meaningful game for the Moon Tigers because when they win here today, they would clinch an outright section title. Our other WJPA game today also has playoff implications. Chartiers Houston needs a win over California to clinch a playoff spot. The Bucks have been trying to clinch a spot. This is their 3rd game in a row, I believe, where a win would get them in. They haven't got it done yet. And if the Bucks are to lose today, they could still get in if Frazier loses to Beth Center tonight. But if neither of those things happen, then Chartiers Houston would be outside and not moving on to the WPIL playoffs. That game is also, it's actually on right now on the WJPA Sports Network. Bob Gregg has the call from California. Step aside, we'll bring you back with more here as we get set for action from Moon Township here on the Visit Green pregame show.
Join the team at Schweinebrotten Bus Company, a family-owned business in Washington. Schweinebrotten Bus Company is hiring. Earn highly competitive wages with paid training and sign-on bonus, plus holiday and loyalty bonuses. Learn more. Call 724-222-4113. Proudly serving the area since 1929. Schweinebrotten Bus Company, the shiniest school buses in town. Looking for great drivers like you. Call today, 724-222-4113.
My dream field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My dream field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My dream field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
The cost of living is crushing Pennsylvania families. Property taxes are too high, electric bills keep climbing, and it's hard to make ends meet and plan for the future. I'm Senator Cameron Bartolotta. I'm working hard to lower taxes so you keep more of what you earn. I'm working to make Pennsylvania more business-friendly, to attract investment and grow our economy. I'm committed to lowering your energy costs by protecting reliable, affordable power. On May 19th, I'm asking for your vote so I can keep fighting for a more affordable Pennsylvania. Paid for by Cameron for Senate.
Welcome back here on the Visit Green pregame show. This Trinity team coming off a victory over Moon last night, 10-4. Going back a little bit further back, they defeated Peters Township. Had a split with Peters Township. That kind of also set that stage to keep both teams alive for postseason berths, as you see the two teams coming out now for the home plate meeting, going over the ground rules and such here at Moon Township. Very nice field here. It's right on the campus of Moon Area High School. It's a very nice complex here with the high school, the middle school, obviously the football field. They also have baseball and softball right here. And this baseball field, I don't know if you can tell, we're behind home plate, but we are not. There's a small press box. We're actually on a landing up above. The field kind of sits down in. It's a very nice vantage point to watch a game from, and the field looks to be in great shape. Obviously, the weather has been, if you're talking about wind, we have had a wind factor basically every game we have done this spring, whether it's been here on the WJPA Sports Network or our partners at greensports.net. Been dealing with a lot of wind. Looks like that is going to be the same here today, and even though we do have overcast skies, we are hoping the rain holds off long enough to get this one in. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at our starting lineups here. Take a look at the starting batting order for the Trinity Hillers, as they will be getting things led off here momentarily. They'll lead off with their left fielder, Owen Samagala. Batting second is right fielder Avari Chandler. Batting third, shortstop Jonah Williamson. Batting cleanup is third baseman Derek Falvo. In the fifth spot is catcher Tim Creighton. Batting sixth will be the designated hitter, Carson Hathaway. Batting in the seventh spot is Asher Donley. He'll be at first base. Second baseman Landon Kahn will bat eighth. Jace Hartley, the center fielder, will be batting ninth. So it's Samagala, Chandler, and Williamson, followed by Falvo, Creighton, and Hathaway, and then Donley, Kahn, and Hartley. Real quick, we'll go ahead and take a look at the Moon lineup as well. It is Sevi Vendetti in center field leading off. Shortstop Andrew Cross bats second. Third baseman Will Swisher will bat in the third spot. Cleanup hitter is first baseman Nick Machusko. Batting fifth will be right fielder Owen Amy. Batting sixth, designated hitter Jaden Bittner. Batting seventh is left fielder Nico Marasco. In the eighth spot is the catcher Taylor Ebner. And batting ninth will be the second baseman Thad Longwell. It is Vendetti, Cross, and Swisher, followed by Machusko, Amy, and Bittner. And then it's Marasco, Ebner, and Longwell for the Moon Tigers. I think we may be getting close. This is going to be senior day here, but as we understand, they're going to hold off. We kind of thought maybe this game was actually pushed back. It was supposed to be a 4 o'clock start, got pushed back to 4:45. We kind of assumed maybe that's because of senior day festivities, but it looks like they're going to handle all of that after the game, so we will not be waiting on any senior day festivities here as we get ready for action here from Moon Area High School. Starting pitcher for Trinity today is going to be Aaron Harshman. He is not in the batting order, as the batting is, and that same goes for. I guess they are going to recognize seniors here. That goes for Moon as well. Their starting pitcher is going to be Chris Sandor, and he is also not in the batting order. So it's kind of a traditional designated hitter today, where both designated hitters are hitting for the pitchers. And they are recognizing seniors.
Number 27, Zach Schrader.
Both teams lined up, and we'll see if they also recognize the. Looks like they're going to go ahead and recognize the Moon seniors as well here in the beginning. Nice of them to recognize the visiting seniors as well.
For your Moon Tigers, number 1, Thad Longwell.
Trinity's seniors, as you just saw, include Jace Hartley, Jonah Williamson, Luke Poland, Zach Schrader, Derek Falvo, Leo Carter as well. Senior on this Trinity team, head coach John Stack, assisted by Jason Van Kirk and Stephen Polanski. Moon seniors, they've got a group of them. Thad Longwell, Chris Sandor, Owen Amy, Andrew Cross, Taylor Ebner, Nate Weber, Jake Warnagaris. Also Tyler Ebner, who is the twin brother of Taylor Ebner. And that is all the seniors, but a good group here for the Moon Tigers. Head coach Josh Rankin, assisted by Tom Hoffman, Austin Hoffman, and Tom Gaona.
And at this time, if everybody please.
We will have our national anthem, so we'll step aside. First pitch is coming your way here on the WJPA Sports Network. This is the Visit Green pregame show.
You deserve a bank that lifts up your business, that shares your spirits, and your taste for success. At Washington Financial, we pride ourselves on crafting solutions that are as one-of-a-kind as your business is. Go with the bank that gets you. Washington Financial Bank.
Get your name out there with Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville. Whether it's your business, your school, your team, whatever group or organization, Bell Print and Stitch does digital printing, including banners and vehicle graphics. They'll put your logo on anything with embroidery, heat press vinyl, or screen printing, all at competitive prices. Need an online fundraising spirit store? Call 724-207-3408. Bell Print and Stitch on Main Street in Bentleyville. See more on Facebook.
Looking for your next getaway? Discover Greene County, Pennsylvania, where small town charm meets wide open adventure. Explore scenic parks and winding trails. Visit historic towns and tour our picturesque covered bridges. Enjoy family-friendly events, hands-on history, and peaceful countryside views. Whether you're planning a day trip or a weekend escape, Greene County has something for everyone. Start planning your visit today at visitgreene.org.
Welcome back here on the WJPA Sports Network. We'll try to go ahead and get we'd like to get our crowd mic going here, but I was afraid to do so during our Visit Green pregame show, as we do have a loud speaker right beside our cameraman Brett, so he's getting an earful here from that speaker. Nice little, didn't have the full senior day festivities here. Like I said, that is likely coming after the ball game, but it was a nice gesture to recognize all the seniors prior to the game. Something we're going to keep our eye on in this ball game, and unfortunately, I don't have good news from Bridgeville. Chartiers Valley is trailing Upper St. Clair 2-0. That's in the second inning, and the Panthers are still threatening in the second as well, with runners at second and third. So, like I said, I think if you're the Trinity Hillers, you're not really looking at the scoreboard yet. You want to see how this game goes. You want to focus on the task at hand. It's got to be a win here today if there is going to be a chance at getting some help from a Chartiers Valley win, and that has to be Trinity's focus. You hear it all the time. When you're watching, whether it's pro football or what you may be watching, you always hear the guys saying, we can only control what we can control. Well, Trinity can only control what they can control, and that is this game in front of them. Obviously, they cannot control what happens between Chartiers Valley and Upper St. Clair. No problem. We got you fixed there, Scott. That's a my bad, Scott. That's a my bad. Owen Samagallo will be leading things off here for Trinity. Chris Sandor, the pitcher for Moon, getting in his warm-up tosses. You see there from our center field angle. Sandor on the year, a 1.97 ERA, 4-0 record. Let's go ahead and look at that Moon defense there, Scott, if you have a chance to throw the defensive configuration up. Sandor, as I mentioned, on the hill. Behind the plate, Taylor Ebner. Infield first to third is Machusko, Longwell, Cross, and Swisher. Outfield left to right is Marasco, Vendetti, and Amy. And here we have the righty Samagala coming to the plate for the Hillers to get things started here in this ball game. We will keep an eye on that score from Chartiers Valley and Upper St. Clair and keep you updated throughout the broadcast. Ready to get underway from the windup. Here is Sandor, and the pitch is in there for strike one. We are underway. Strike one to Owen Samagala, Avari Chandler, Jonah Williamson also due up here in this top of the first inning. There is the 0-1. And that one in for strike two. Samagala yesterday, of those 17 hits that Trinity put on the board. He only had the one. It was a first inning single. An 0-2 offering coming from Sandor. And it's popped up, foul out of play. Count remains 0-2 to the leadoff hitter for Trinity, starting left fielder. Sandor comes set, again working from the wind. Here's the 0-2. And that misses outside. Good looking from our center field camera on that. Hopefully the wind doesn't wreak havoc with it out there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch from Sandor. And it's popped up drifting into center field, and an easy play out there for Vendetti for the first out of the ball game. That one kind of carried off the bat. You saw the catcher, Ebner, calling a pop-up just like it was going to be an infield pop. It drifted all the way out into center field. But like I said, routine catch out there for Vendetti, and now Avari Chandler to the plate. Right-handed batter facing the righty Sandor. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. Sandor's thrown 6 pitches, 5 of them for strikes so far. Here's the 0-1. That one misses outside. 1-1 the count to Chandler, who had himself a day yesterday. Rory Chandler was 4 for 4 in the ball game. Double and 3 singles. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Sandor, and that's lifted down the line in right, drifting into, I believe, foul territory. Just down the line. Nice running catch from Amy. Had to go a long way to get there. That ball stayed right on the line in front of the foul pole. You'll see here in the replay. And tracking it down right as it was, whether that would have fallen fair or foul is anybody's best guess. Nice catch from Amy, as it was right there on the line, and 2 flyouts for the first 2 outs of the ball game. That'll bring up Jonah Williamson, the 3-hitter on this Trinity lineup. Williamson, the starting shortstop. And the first pitch here from Sandor. Check swing, it's a strike anyway. Williamson a couple of hits and a walk in yesterday's ball game. This one misses outside. Trinity's first inning yesterday was one of their long innings that they had, batted around in that first, and this is certainly a different feel, at least to the start of this one, with the first 2 being retired here by Chris Sandor. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that misses low and away. 2-1 now. First time Sandor's been behind a batter. Sandor shakes off a sign. Now has the signal here from Ebner. 2-1 pitch, and that's a called strike. Williamson thought it was low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. That one skips in the dirt in front of the plate, so the first 3-ball count is our first full count here of the day for Chris Sandor. Base is empty with 2 away, top of the first. And the wind picking up once again as Sandor delivers the payoff pitch. Lifted foul and out of play here right side. It will remain 3-2 on Williamson. Three balls and 2 strikes. Pitch from Sandor. Lined right back through the middle. It's a base hit, 2-out single here for Jonah Williamson to try to get something going for the Hillers. Looking for maybe a little 2-out lightning here as that one is just hit right on the screws, right back up through the middle. And Williamson aboard here with 2 away for the cleanup hitter, Derek Falvo. Falvo, the first lefty to face Sandor. 15 pitches so far this inning. Looked like it was going to be an easy inning. Trinity can now try to work that pitch count up a little bit here on the starter. Strike 1 called against Falvo. Now a pickoff try over to first, and the ball gets away. Williamson going to take off for second base. They got a long way to track that one down. He's going to round second and head for third as well. Williamson on his horse, and he'll get in there standing. That throwing error costly for Sandor, as there's a lot of room over there in foul territory. Took a long time for Moon to track down that errant throw, and swiping 2 bases on the play on the error is Williamson. So now Falvo's got a chance with a guy at third base. 0-1 count here on the cleanup hitter Falvo. Nobody holding the runner at third. This pitch misses high and away for a ball. 1-1 the count here to Derek Falvo. Trinity threatening here to get on the board in the first now after 2 quick outs. Sandor working from the stretch. He's just going to step off and walk Williamson back to the bag, although with nobody covering, Williamson really doesn't even have to retreat there. The infield shift is on here. The third baseman is all the way over, almost halfway between second and third. Guarding against that lefty Falvo. Now the third baseman started to creep toward the bag as Williamson got a big lead. This pitch misses low and away for a ball. Count is 2-1 to Falvo. Sandor comes set. Here's the 2-1. Lifted foul out of play left side. Count even at 2-2. Couple of flyouts to start. Then the single from Williamson. All the way to third on an E1 on the pickoff try. And now a 2-2 count on Derek Falvo. Time called by Falvo. Sandor with the pitch. Lifted foul again. Same spot. Count stays at 2-2, but that has now pushed Chris Sandor to 20 pitches this inning. Something to keep an eye on, of course. Every high school pitcher limited to that 100-pitch limit in a game. Once we get to the playoffs, they get an extra 5. That's playoffs, which coming up less than a week. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Sandor. Swing and a miss. Falvo down on strikes, and that will retire the side. The Williamson single is stranded at third after a half inning. It is Trinity nothing and Moon coming to bat here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Start strong and stay local. CCBC's Washington County College Center gives you the edge to get ahead. High school students can learn to fly before they drive with our Aviation Academy. If helping others is what you do, let us help you. Advance from LPN to RN and open new doors in your healthcare career. Or get ahead in college by earning general education credits. No matter your path, we're here to help you move forward. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
This is Coach Guy Montecalvo for the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame. Thanks to the support of CNX, GBU, Printscape, the Pony League World Series, and the participants in our annual golf outing, we awarded nearly $14,000 in scholarships to local high school athletes, plus $3,000 to our Courage Award and Edward Monaco Above and Beyond Award winners. And we granted money to high school athletes starting their own nonprofit charities. We encourage you to join us at our next meeting and be a part of something exceptional. The Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame.
We welcome you back here to Moon as the Trinity Hillers take the field. Let's take a look at that defense for the Hillers. Aaron Harshman gets the nod here today on the hill. Creighton behind the plate. Infield first to third, Donley, Kahn, Williamson, and Falvo. And the outfield left to right is Samagala, Hartley, and Chandler. Due up for Moon in the top of the first. Vendetti, Cross, and Swisher. A little bit of a different lineup from last night. Vendetti and Cross still in their same spots. Amy moves down in the order a little bit today, and Swisher moves up. Swisher will be due up here in this inning. Rest of the lineup pretty much the same. That was the one change. Amy and Swisher looked like they just kind of flipped spots in today's batting order.
Now batting, number 21, Savaria Vendetti.
So the senior Vendetti steps in here first. By the way, a score update for you, and if you're a Trinity Hiller fan, you are not, or a Peters Township fan, you are not going to want to hear this. Upper St. Clair is up 6-0 in the second inning. First pitch here from Harshman. Feigned a little squaring around potentially there did Vendetti, but takes strike one. Apparently a trend with Vendetti. And a called strike. Brett Gambita was on the call yesterday. I happened to tune in a little bit. That was Gambita and Spazarski on that call, correct? Trading off. Fine job by those guys last night at Ross Memorial Park. This one's fouled off at the plate. Count stays 0-2 here against Vendetti. Sevi Vendetti, the lefty here to get things started for the Tigers. Harshman working from the wind-up. Here's the pitch. That misses away for a ball. Count 1-2. Trinity got a man aboard in the first inning. He was stranded at third. This pitch just missing the outside corner. Count 2-2. Get a chance to see that right there. Nice attempt to frame it there by Creighton, but just off the plate. Good look at it there from our center field camera. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Harshman with the pitch. That one misses wildly. And now after being up 0-2, now a full count here. I don't know what happened to the bat on that one. I looked down. Oh, he thought it was ball 4. Okay. Just tossed it aside thinking it was ball 4. And he was in an 0-2 hole. 3 straight balls, though, from Harshman, and now the payoff pitch. And that one low for ball 4, and now he can toss his bat. As Vendetti trots down on the leadoff walk. Brings up Andrew Cross. Cross headed to Penn State. Steps in here batting second in this Moon lineup with a man on and nobody out. And leadoff man Vendetti on base. First pitch skips in and bounces off, and now Creighton can't find it initially. Easily taking second, and call that a wild pitch because Vendetti was not going on the pitch initially. Didn't break until after the ball ended up in the dirt. So advancing on a wild pitch is Vendetti, and a 1-0 count here to Andrew Cross. Long look in here from Harshman, working from the stretch here against the righty Cross. Here's the pitch. That one low as well, ball 2. Vendetti with 8 stolen bases on the day, on the year. Count is 2-0 to Andrew Cross. And the pitch fouled back right at us. That was, I don't know if we probably didn't have that angle from Brett's camera. That had to be coming pretty close to right on, but a little low. 2-1 the count. Cross a .415 hitter this season. Bats here in a 2-1 count. Here's the pitch from Harshman. That is low and in the dirt. Now breaking again. Throw down to third. In time for the out. Again, wasn't going on the pitch. Decided to break after the ball got into the dirt and thrown out. Trying to take third is Vendetti. Caught 2-5. And there's one away. Now a 3-1 count on Cross, and that pitch misses, so Moon gets another guy on base here with a walk. As Cross will trot down on the free pass. Brings up Will Swisher, .278 hitter on the season. Swisher, another lefty here to face Harshman after Vendetti reached on the walk. 2 batters, 2 walks so far for Aaron Harshman. And the pitch from Harshman is inside, low and in for a ball. Harshman having a little trouble. He had Vendetti down 0-2, but Vendetti eventually drew that walk, as did Cross. Now starts out behind here as well. Does get the strike call here to even the count at 1-1. One on, one out. Moon had a base runner in scoring position. He was cut down trying to advance to third on a wild pitch. It's a called strike, 1-2. So Harshman ahead now of the 3-hitter Swisher. Runner goes, pitch in the dirt, and there will be no throw. Stolen base for Cross. Count even at 2-2 now here to Will Swisher. Two-two pitch. That is right there for strike 3. Get a chance to see that replay here. As Harshman right down the middle and just froze Swisher. First out for Aaron Harshman. And now he'll face the cleanup hitter, Nick Machusko. Machusko, a .333 hitter on the year, has a runner in scoring position here with one away. Runner takes off for third, and he is under the tag, safe. Get a look at this on the replay. Good throw by Falvo. Oh, that was, we don't have the angle right at the bag, but that was awful close. Stolen base for Cross. Pitch was called a strike, so 0-1 the count. And a runner at third with 2 away. This pitch skips in for a ball. Harshman's had quite a few of those in the dirt. Machusko is the cleanup hitter. 12 RBIs on the year. The 1-1, and that is off the helmet of the batter, Machusko. So that is a third free pass, if you will, this inning. The 2 walks to start, now the hit batsman. As that is right off the helmet. Brings up Owen Amy, .294 hitter. 9 RBIs for Amy as he bats here with runners at the corners and 2 away. That play at third, very close to giving Trinity a chance to cut down 2 runners at third in the same inning. It was awfully close. Let's see if Machusko stays at first here. Doesn't go on this pitch. Chopper to second base. Tough hop. Played there by Kahn. He recovers in time to throw on to first and get the out. Harshman avoids giving up any runs in the bottom of the first inning despite the threat from Moon. We've played one scoreless here from Moon Township on the WJPA Sports Network presented by CNX Foundation.
Everybody needs some help these days. Take Jessica's mom.
High deductible. Mom forgets about her pills. I go crazy. But then I heard about Curtis Pharmacy.
See, Curtis Pharmacy cures the crazy. Save with Better RX and Packed by Meds. Ease Jess's quite worried mind.
Better RX has generics priced lower than online pharmacies.
And Packed by Meds has your meds packed in pouches, stamped with a date and time to be taken. No more pill boxes. Dare to compare at CurtisPharmacy.com.
Join the team at Schweinebraten Bus Company, a family-owned business in Washington. Schweinebraten Bus Company is hiring. Earn highly competitive wages with paid training and sign-on bonus, plus holiday and loyalty bonuses. Learn more. Call 724-222-4113. Proudly serving the area since 1929. Schweinebraten Bus Company, the shiniest school buses in town. Looking for great drivers like you. Call today, 724-222-4113.
Well, the free passes issued by Aaron Harshman do not come back to bite the Hillers in the bottom of the first inning. He had 2 walks plus a hit batsman, but cut one of the runners down trying to advance on a wild pitch and left the runners on the corners. Did not allow a hit in the inning, but certainly Moon was threatening to score in that first, but we stay scoreless here as we head to the top of the second. Tim Creighton, Carson Hathaway, Asher Donley due up for the Hillers in the top of the second inning. From the windup, here is Sandor's pitch, and this is lifted high down the first baseline and fielded there by called off Machusko. Calls off Sandor and makes the play 1 away.
Now batting number 16.
1 pitch, 1 out here for Sandor in the second inning as he faces the designated hitter Carson Hathaway. Hathaway, another player who had himself a day at the plate in yesterday's Trinity victory over Moon. And he drives one, actually a hard grounder to short. And that's going to be fielded easily by Cross. And quickly 2 away on 2 pitches.
Next up, number 11.
I was just getting to the fact that Hathaway had been 4 for 4 with a couple of extra base hits last night. Swings at the first pitch and grounds it hard, but right at Cross. And now it's Asher Donley to the plate here. See if he at least looks at 1 pitch. The other 2 have not done that. He does look at strike 1. So the Hillers made Sandor work a bit in that first inning to get those 3 outs. Got him up over 20 pitches, but here's a fly ball into shallow left field. Marasco doesn't have to move much. That is about as easy as it gets. 3 up, 3 down in the second. The Hillers down in order. We've played an inning and a half. Scoreless here from Moon on the WJPA Sports Network presented by CNX Foundation.
My dream field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My dream field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My dream field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
The cost of living is crushing Pennsylvania families. Property taxes are too high. Electric bills keep climbing, and it's hard to make ends meet and plan for the future. I'm Senator Cameron Bartolotta. I'm working hard to lower taxes so you keep more of what you earn. I'm working to make Pennsylvania more business-friendly to attract investment and grow our economy. I'm committed to lowering your energy costs by protecting reliable, affordable power. On May 19th, I'm asking for your vote so I can keep fighting for a more affordable Pennsylvania. Paid for by Cameron for Senate.
Heading to the bottom of the second inning after a very quick
Now batting, number 13.
Top of the second, Trinity down in order. We got to get that fixed there, Scott. We'll get it fixed for next inning. Bottom of the second, it'll be the 6, 7, 8 part of the batting order. They'll lead off with designated hitter Jaden Bittner. Nico Marasco and Taylor Ebner also due up here for the Moon Tigers. Aaron Harshman stays on the hill for a second inning of work. And the first pitch misses outside for ball 1. No score change. Upper St. Clair has batted now in the third inning. No damage to report there, but still holding that 6-0 lead. This pitch catches the outside corner. Looked like almost the same pitch, but this time Harshman gets the call. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. And it's sent into right field and down for a base hit. Leadoff single here for Jaden Bittner. As the Tigers, for the second inning in a row, have their leadoff man on base.
Nico Marasco.
That'll bring up their left fielder, Nico Marasco. That's the first hit for Moon. The 3 base runners last inning, 2 walks and a hit batsman. But this time the Tigers start with a leadoff single here in the second. Here's the pitch from Harshman, and that misses inside ball 1. Marasco, a .243 hitter. Batting 7th in this Tiger lineup. Pickoff try over to first. Close play at first. Umpire says Bittner back in ahead of the tag. 1 ball and no strikes. Harshman taking a long time between pitches. Here's the pitch. Called, strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Bittner getting his lead from second base. Harshman's going to come home with the pitch. Breaks right over the plate. Nice looking pitch there from Harshman for strike 2. Get a chance to see that one on the replay. You see that break right in for the called strike 2. 1-2 the count. Harshman did get the 1 strikeout last inning. Here's the 1-2. Outside, 2-2 the count. Marasco 0 for 2 last night. He did reach on a base on balls. Count is 2-2. Here's the pitch from Harshman, and it's right there for strike 3. That's the second strikeout, and both of them have been of the looking variety. Strike 3 over the inside part. Looks like Marasco was thinking he might get a low call there, but it is out number 1 here in the second inning. So now the batter, Taylor Ebner, the starting catcher. Pickoff try over to first. Throw was a little bit off the mark that time, so not really any chance for a tag to be had for Donley. Harshman with the pitch. And that one apparently misses low. Looked good from our angle, but we don't really have the up and down from our angle. 1 ball, no strikes here to Ebner. And that pitch misses high. So Harshman falls behind here, 2-0. 1 on, 1 out. Bottom of the second inning of a tied, scoreless game. Moon looking to clinch an outright section title with a win today. Trinity trying to keep their playoff hopes alive, and now a second hit batsman as this gets Ebner right in the upper back, like right between the shoulder blades. You get a look at it here on the replay, and yeah, indeed, right in the middle of the back. So the free passes have been a problem here. Going to get a runner as well. That is number 10. That's going to be Jake Warnagaris. So Warnagaris running at first base for Ebner. And Bittner out to second now with one away for the 9-hitter, Thad Longwell. Longwell last night was 0 for 3. Batted in this same spot, the 9 spot of the order. Gets a piece of this back to the backstop. Strike one. On the year, Longwell, 357 batting average. Pretty nice mark to have at the bottom of the order. Great to turn the lineup over, certainly, as the top of the order waits on deck here with one away, and now Longwell wants time. Moon certainly threatened in the bottom of the first. Could not push a run across. Now with 2 on and 1 out here in the second. Here's the pitch from Harshman. Chopped at the plate, foul. And Harshman gets in front of Longwell 0-2. Chartiers Valley is on the board. 6-2 now the score, so the Colts, that's after 3 innings, by the way. Just heading into the top of the 4th, Upper St. Clair leads Chartiers Valley 6-2. Certainly a game with utmost importance to the Trinity Hillers as well as the Peters Township Indians. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Harshman. Chopped foul will do it again. Again, that result, though, is completely meaningless unless Trinity is victorious here today. And certainly right now that result is not going the Hillers' way, but 6-2 is better than 6-0, I suppose, from the Hiller fan perspective. No balls and 2 strikes. Pitch from Harshman. And this is grounded to third. Falvo, strong throw across in time for the out. That ball just died right in the grass in front of the plate. It almost looked like it had potentially been fouled off of the batter, but no, it died quickly. Falvo has to charge a bit, throw on, and get the out. Runners advance to second and third on the play. And now it's back to the top of the order with Vendetti. He walked his first time up. Right now, the Hillers do have first base empty. With 2 away, second and third here. Harshman's pitch. This is low and in. Two runners in scoring position for Moon. They had 2 different runners to second base last inning as well, and got a guy to third. That came up empty. Here's the 1-0 from Harshman. Gets a call, strike 1. 1-1 the count. Time is called here by the batter, Vendetti. Vendetti he had a couple of strikeouts yesterday, though, did Vendetti. Single and a walk. 1 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch from Harshman, and it's lined over the shortstop's head. This should bring home 2. It is a 2-run single for the leadoff man, Sevi Vendetti, and the Moon Tigers are on the board first.
Now batting, number 5, Andrew.
What did I miss? When I was looking at y'all,
coming in to score, Bittner from third, and Warnagaris from second base, and the Tigers lead at 2-0 here with Andrew Cross coming to the plate. Big 2-run hit from Vendetti. Here's the pitch to Cross. That pitch across the outside corner for strike 1. Cross walked in his first plate appearance as well. You see that pitch right on the outer edge of the plate. Runner started to go, but retreated back to first base. Pitch in the dirt for ball one. 1-1 the count. Runner at first with 2 out. Runner does go this time. Throw down to second is offline. Snagged nicely by Williamson to keep it from going into the outfield, but pitch a ball and a stolen base for Vendetti. That's his 9th of the year. So another man in scoring position here for Moon. And a 2-1 count on the batter, Andrew Cross. Here's the pitch from Harshman. That one looked pretty good, but called inside. As you saw Cross kind of turn away from this pitch. Oh, that broke in nicely. Didn't get the call, though. 3-1 the count. Harshman shakes off the first sign. Now comes set here from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Check swing, holds up, and now 3-2. Full count on the batter, Cross, who again walked his first time up. Payoff pitch coming here from Harshman. Swing and a miss, couldn't hold it up. That's strike 3, third strikeout of the game for Harshman. Brings a close to the second inning. But the Tigers strike twice, the big 2-run single from Sevi Vendetti. And the Moon Tigers lead it 2-0 after 2 here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
You deserve a bank that drives your business. One that's with you for the long haul and knows how to keep your business rolling. At Washington Financial, we pride ourselves on delivering customized solutions, ones that are built for the unique journey your business is on. Go with the bank that gets you. Washington Financial Bank.
Get your name out there with Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville. Whether it's your business, your school, your team, whatever group or organization, Bell Print and Stitch does digital printing, including banners and vehicle graphics. They'll put your logo on anything with embroidery, heat press vinyl, or screen printing, all at competitive prices. Need an online fundraising spirit store? Call 724-207-3408. Bell Print and Stitch on Main Street in Bentleyville. See more on Facebook.
Heading to the top of the third now, Moon strikes for 2 in the bottom of the second inning. Top of the third will be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters here. It is Landon Kahn leading off, Jace Hartley, and then top of the order, Owen Samagala, also due up here to face Chris Sandor, working his third inning. Now working with a 2-run lead. First pitch is high and inside for ball 1. Also keeping that pitch count well in check after a very quick second inning. 4 pitches last inning for Sandor. Here's the 1-0. Check swing, holds up, and that's going to be ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. And a fly ball deep to left center field, and this is going to get over everybody. Tracked down by Vendetti in center. It's going to be a leadoff double for Landon Kahn, who drove the ball to that deep part of this baseball field.
Next up, number 10, Chase Hartley.
That'll bring up the 9-hitter Jace Hartley, who has a chance here to do some damage for Trinity. Cut into that 2-0 lead. Hartley last night did have a single. Batting .286 out of the 9 spot is Hartley. Swing and a miss, strike 1. talked about when we got here and saw this baseball field. I had not been here, and talking about how deep that field gets out in left center. Don't have any distance markings on the fence, but certainly that is a poke. Stepping off the mound here is Sandor. Over St. Clair has scored yet again 8-2. That is in the bottom of the fourth. Char Valley is at the plate right now, but with 2 outs. There's a throw down to second, and that's an ill-advised throw. That gets into center field, but good backup there by Vendetti. And Kahn has to stay put at second base. They called him out on interference, I'm assuming here. Yeah, we don't have the replay, but Hartley has been retired for out number one. He did there was an offer there. Now we get a balk call, so we're getting all kind of extra stuff here. Get the balk. That's going to move Kahn into third base. Yeah, I didn't see anything either. So to third base now, and Owen Samagala at the plate, awaiting his first offering from Sandor. Samagala flew out to center field first time up today. Now is a chance to get the Hillers on the board. Looks at ball one. With that runner Kahn at third base. Breeze picking up here. Moon Township. And it's a fly ball to right field. This should definitely score the run. Amy drifting back, and he will. They did not tag? Oh my goodness, I'm just watching the ball out in right field expecting the tag up, and Trinity does not tag. That ball was almost to the fence out there. Samagala flies out to right, but that clearly should have been a sac fly. The Hillers still not on the board, and now 2 away for the batter Avari Chandler, excuse me. Avari Chandler will bat now with 2 outs and a runner at third, and I'm just flabbergasted how you don't score on that fly ball. Wow. This pitch, ball 2 to Chandler. Yeah, certainly hit deep enough to be an easy tag and score. Here's the 2-0. This one's fouled back to the backstop. 2-1 the count. I just don't understand how the runner at third gets off the bag there. I mean, why even be down the line at all? Two balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. And that one misses for a ball. So 3-1 to Chandler with Williamson waiting on deck. Williamson has 1 of 2 Trinity hits on the day. He had the 2-out single in the first. 3-1 pitch here from Sandor. And that's a called strike. Fills the count 3-2. A chance to see that one again. Yeah, it was definitely, I don't think it was up. Across the letters maybe. 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch. Ground ball to short. Cross off to charge it as it's slowed down in the grass, but he throws on in time, and boy, oh boy. Trinity leaves one. There was a run to be had, and they just didn't take it. We played 2.5. Moon leads it 2-0 here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Looking for your next getaway? Discover Greene County, Pennsylvania, where small town charm meets wide open adventure. Explore scenic parks and winding trails. Visit historic towns and tour our picturesque covered bridges. Enjoy family-friendly events, hands-on history, and peaceful countryside views. Whether you're planning a day trip or a weekend escape, Greene County has something for everyone. Start planning your visit today at visitgreene.org.
Start strong and stay local. CCBC's Washington County College Center gives you the edge to get ahead. High school students can learn to fly before they drive with our Aviation Academy. If helping others is what you do, let us help you. Advance from LPN to RN and open new doors in your healthcare career. Or get ahead in college by earning general education credits. No matter your path, we're here to help you move forward. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
I know I've been hammering this. I can't get over how Trinity doesn't score on that. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know how the base runner gets down the line, how the coach allows him to get down the line and isn't screaming, "Get your butt back on the bag." That was a run that the Hillers just didn't take. Oh well, it's over now. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Will Swisher the batter. Swisher leads off with Machusko and Amy due up here in the bottom of the third inning. And Aaron Harshman gets his third inning of work. Here's the pitch. That misses outside for ball one. Somehow the Moon Tigers have 2 outs on the scoreboard already. I'm not sure how that works. Ground ball up the middle, and that's going to get through for a base hit. And Swisher, who struck out his first time up, this time
Now batting, number 20.
Moon has had their leadoff man on base in all 3 innings. And this one right back up through the middle. And now we'll see Nick Machusko, who was hit by a pitch in his first plate appearance. And he's hit by a pitch in his second plate appearance as well. Machusko not getting a chance to swing the bat. And yet another free pass issued here by Aaron Harshman. That is 3 hit batsmen. Twice it was Machusko. And he also has walked 2. Owen Avery, the batter, 0 for 1, grounded out to second first time up. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 strike here on Amy. Runners at first and second with nobody out. This pitch in the dirt for a ball. 1-1 the count. Oh my. Don't look now. Upper St. Clair is adding on. After they've batted in the 5th, it is now 10-2. Getting in that territory of thinking mercy rule. Pitch across for strike 2. 1-2 to Owen Amy. One ball and 2 strikes. Harshman working from the stretch. Here's the pitch, and it's a ground ball towards short. Williamson had to go range to his right and backhand that as he was going towards second base when the ball was put in play, but does a nice job to get there and make the play. Only out he had was to first, and he does execute that with a nice stretch from Donley as well. So second and third now with 1 away for Jaden Bittner. Bittner singled and scored last inning, and now another opportunity for Moon with 2 runners in scoring position and 1 away. They had the same situation last inning. This one's fouled back off the backstop. Strike 1. They were able to get 2 runs across in the second. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that one just misses in for a ball. 1-1 the count. Thought we might get a second look at that. We didn't clip it. That's all right. Ball and a strike. Here's the pitch from Harshman. Ground ball to second. Kahn. Oh, Kahn trying to think about what he's going to do with it before he picked up the ball, and 2 runs are going to come in on an E4. Kahn's real only play was to go to first base here, and he just lets it go right through the 5-hole into right field. And it's an error that's going to cost a couple of runs. And now we're going to see a mound visit here, and that was real. I mean, obviously the guys on base were on Harshman, but certainly that should have been out number 2. And yes, you can see a run there because there was a guy at third. You can see a run, you get the second out, but now you allow 2 to score and still just 1 away. Harshman is going to stay out there. Costly air. Swisher comes around. Comes from third, and Machusko from second base, both scoring on that play. Go ahead and credit Bittner with an RBI. He should get 1 RBI there, but certainly the second run coming in via the air. Also, the runner at first is aboard via the air. Nico Marasco, the batter, struck out looking first time up. And the ball's fouled at the plate, strike 1. Moon leads 4-0. Upper St. Clair leads 10-2. Both of those things are not going Trinity's way. And they don't need just one, they need them both. Here's the 0-1 from Harshman. It's outside. 1-1. Aaron Harshman approaching 60 pitches here in 3 innings of work. Still work to be done in this third, though. Just 1 away. Now he'll step off. 1 on and 1 out. We've seen a single, we've seen a hit batsman, we've seen an error in this inning so far. This one's fouled back, and boy, it's the hard bricks here behind the backstop. It's actually cement block backstop. The count goes to 1-2. You always wonder how backstops are going to react. Well, you got to watch that. Anything gets beyond and takes a bounce like that, it's right back. Could be right back to the catcher in no time. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pickoff try over to first, but back in safely there is Bittner. This one is popped up. It's going to drift out to left field, actually carrying, going back, and has to adjust to it is Samagala, but he does make the play. I think that kind of gives you an idea of what the wind is doing to these fly balls, because that looked like it was going to be a shallow pop into left field. Ends up drifting way out there. You can see Samagala react to it and have to catch that one going back toward the fence. Nonetheless, 2 away for Taylor Ebner. Ebner was hit by a pitch in his first appearance and scored last inning. This time he rips one right down the line. It's a fair ball, and it's headed to the left field corner. Rounding second is Bittner. He is going to be waved home. Throw comes in. It's not even going to be thrown home. It's going to be an RBI double as Taylor Ebner scores Bittner all the way from first, and the Tigers lead at 5-0.
Now batting, number 1.
Got that cut into Williamson, but by that time, no throw to be had at the plate. RBI double for Ebner, and that now brings up Thad Longwell. Did we get a pinch hitter? Okay. Oh, courtesy runner, I'm sorry. Courtesy runner for the catcher is number 10, I believe he said. Yeah, Warner Garris back out there running again. It is Longwell at the plate for the second time today. He grounded out to third, first time up. Chopped foul. As Harshman has now crossed the 60 pitch threshold. No balls and a strike. Moon leads 5-0 with 3 more runs coming across here in this third. And that pitch is in for a strike. Here's the 0-2, and that sails behind the batter. Now throw down to second, but that gets away from Williamson. Runner's not going to be able to advance. Looking at these, certainly the last run that came across is unearned. I believe the rest of them would be earned. Well, yeah, 2 are unearned. 2 are unearned, yeah. Yeah, because that fly ball out would have been out number 3, so 2 would be unearned here. One ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and that misses low and away for a ball. Here's the 2-2, and that one sails high. Count runs full now. Three balls and 2 strikes, full count here. Understand that Zach Schrader is warming up for the Hillers. Payoff pitch popped up. It's fouled out of play. We'll do it again here at 3-2. Sinclair has 2 more runners on base in the 6th with nobody out. They score a couple here. They could end it in 6 innings. They would have to get 3 outs in the bottom half of that inning as well. Batting in the top of the 6th. Payoff pitch from Harshman. Chopper left side. That's going to get through. And another runner is going to be waved home. There'll be no throw to the plate. It's an RBI single for Thad Longwell. Another unearned run comes across. Longwell with the RBI that drives in Garris from second base. The courtesy runner for Ebner. And back to the top of the order we go, with Moon leading 6-0. And Sevi Vendetti back to the plate here, where he has been on base twice already, a walk and a single. And he's batted in every inning, has Vendetti. Although for the Hillers, you can certainly argue they should have been out of this one. Last 3 runs to come across have been unearned. Runner goes. That pitch is in the dirt. Won't give Creighton a chance to throw down. And a stolen base for Longwell. One ball, no strikes to Vendetti. The pitch from Harshman is high, and they get a strike call. Excuse me. Let's take a look at that replay. Nope. That would not be a strike, but home plate umpire says otherwise. Count 2-1. Doesn't get that call. Low 3-1. Three one. Here's the pitch. Right there for strike. Oh, that's strike two, excuse me. Full count. Upper St. Clair has scored, by the way, 11-2. So. Three balls and two strikes. A payoff pitch coming here from Harshman. And that sails. It's ball four.
Now batting, number 5, Andrew.
And now a ninth batter of the inning for Moon here in the third. And we're going to see a pitching change. Looks like Zach Schrader's going to come out and replace Aaron Harshman on the hill. I believe that'll be the only change we have, as Harshman was not in the batting order, and he's just going to come to the dugout. So it'll be an easy change here, pitcher for pitcher. But while he gets his warm-ups in, let's go ahead and take a break. 6-0 Moon leads it here in the third on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
This is Coach Guy Montecalvo for the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame. We'd love to have you join us in celebration of outstanding athletes, coaches, and teams from our area. As a member of our chapter, you can nominate potential candidates, then vote on the nominees for each year's induction banquet. And you can help spread the word about our region's rich athletic tradition. Find us online or hit us up on Facebook and be a part of something exceptional. The Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame.
Jessica is a working mom and now takes care of her mom. Jess is a good daughter.
Mom needs to stay at home and be independent. Not always easy, but Curtis Pharmacy made it so easy and affordable for us.
The cost savings are real. Generics often priced below online pharmacies.
Compounding was the key. Now Mom and her fur baby rely on Curtis Pharmacy, and they do it in-house. Ever try to give a cat a pill?
Curtis Pharmacy does what other pharmacies wish they could. Cost saving, better RX, and compounding for people and pets. CurtisPharmacy.com.
Oh, we got to make that change to Schrader pitching there.
Just a reminder for the
Mr. Donnelly.
After the game, it'll be senior rec night. Please stay after the game for senior recognition.
Zach Schrader getting his warm-ups in here as he'll take over for Aaron Harshman. Harshman got out of a jam in the first. In the second inning, did give up 2 runs, a big 2-run, 2-out single from Sevi Vendetti. Got Moon on the board. This inning, these last 3 runs unearned, as there was the leadoff single and a hit batsman to follow, but then a ground out created second and third with 1 away. Then Bittner hit the ground ball through second base. 1 run was earned there, but the second one was not. And after a fly ball would have got the Hillers out of the inning, they would score 2 more after a double, an RBI double from Ebner, an RBI single from Longwell. And now Andrew Cross, after the Vendetti walk, is the 9th batter for Moon in this third inning. First pitch from Schrader is a called strike on the outside corner. 2 on and 2 out as Schrader tries to limit the damage here in the third, but already 4 runs in. He'll step off the mound as the wind picks up once again here in Moon Township. No balls and a strike. Schrader checks the runner at second base, comes home with a pitch. The breaking ball is off the end of the bat from the swing from Cross. 0-2 the count. Cross walked in the first, struck out in the second. He and Vendetti have batted in all 3 innings here for the Tigers. Schrader comes set here from the stretch. He'll step off again. Actually, the batter, I think, calling time here. Six nothing Moon. Schrader trying to keep it right there at 6. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball outside. Ball 1. Ball and 2 strikes. Schrader comes set. Here comes the pitch. And that's inside. Now 2-2. Little Swisher waits on deck. Already with a single and a run scored in this 3rd inning. As Moon tries to bat around, they have brought all 9 batters here to the plate. Two-two pitch from Schrader, ripped to third, backhanded by Falvo. He'll step on the bag to end the 3rd inning. But the Tigers score 4 runs on just 3 hits. There was an error and 2 left on base. We've played 3, Moon 6, Trinity nothing. Here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Join the team at Schweinebrotten Bus Company, a family-owned business in Washington. Schweinebrotten Bus Company is hiring. Earn highly competitive wages with paid training and sign-on bonus, plus holiday and loyalty bonuses. Learn more. Call 724-222-4113. Proudly serving the area since 1929. Schweinebrotten Bus Company, the shiniest school buses in town. Looking for great drivers like you. Call today, 724-222-4113.
My dream field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My dream field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My dream field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
We head to the top of the 4th inning. You see the damage there on the line score. Moon, the big 4 spot in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Trinity had a chance to score in the 1st, ran to the guy at 3rd, and should have had a run last inning when they did not tag on a deep fly ball to right. But as it stands, we head to the 4th. It is 6-0 Moon. Trinity is, sad to say, on the verge of being eliminated even well before this game gets completed, as Upper St. Clair has a 9-run lead over Chartiers Valley. 11-2 Upper St. Clair, 6th inning. Fly ball to right field, and tracking that back to the fence is Amy. 1 away. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Sandor, who's in his 4th inning of work. Sandor keeping that pitch count down as well. Only 40 pitches to this point. Derek Falvo, the batter, struck out swinging first time up. And this pitch misses outside for ball 1. Hillers have only had 2 base runners in the game, both hit safely. Williamson's single and Kahn's double. Sandor's 1-0 pitch. Check swing, called, strike. 1-1 the count. Get a look at this one again, as doesn't matter that he held the swing. The pitch was there for the strike. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch from Sandor. Takes strike 2. Does Falvo. Last look-in we had at our other broadcast, I'll have to try to get an updated score. I'm sure that's plenty old. The Chartiers-Houston, California game. This pitch misses low for a ball. 2-2 the count. Chartiers-Houston leading, according to Brett Gambita. That means a playoff spot for the Bucks if they can hold on to that lead. Fly ball down the line, but foul, and that's actually going to drift out of play. Count stays at 2-2. So good news for the Bucks, who have had multiple chances to win a win-and-you're-in game and hadn't got it done to this point. Might have a chance to do so today, leading 7-3 in the fourth. Fly ball, center field, long run for Vendetti, and he's not going to get there. Was playing way over right of center was Vendetti, and Falvo hits it to the left center field spot, or just left of center. Long run for Vendetti. He can't get there. It is a one-out double for Derek Falvo. Taking advantage of the big hole out there between center and left field was Falvo. And now Tim Creighton to the plate. Creighton popped up to first base in his previous at-bat today. Faces Sandor for the second time. First pitch ball. Trinity trying to chip away at a 6-run deficit here in the fourth inning. Here's the pitch, and this is lifted foul out of play, right side. Count 1-1. One pitch from Sandor. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes on the batter, Creighton. With Carson Hathaway waiting on deck here for the Hillers. That game at California still only in the fourth inning. A lot of game to be played there as well. Pop fly high down the line at third, and running out of room is third baseman Swisher. He'll watch it go out of play. Count stays at 1-2. Chartiers-Houston is in with a win today, or they could lose that game, and if Frazier would lose to best center later tonight, that's a 7 o'clock evening game, and I got to wonder about the weather as far as that is concerned. One ball and 2 strikes to the batter, Creighton. Here's the pitch. And it's right there for strike 3. Get another look at that as Creighton is caught looking right on the outside corner. So Carson Hathaway, the batter, as you get a good look at the pitcher, Sandor there after the strikeout. Only his second strikeout of the ball game as Hathaway steps in, runner at second. Pitch up for a ball. Ground ball and off of the glove of Machusko into right field. Single here for Hathaway. Off the backhanded glove of the first baseman. Been a tough play, even if he fields that cleanly, as Sandor would have to get over to cover the bag. So runners at the corners now for the Hillers, and the batter is Asher Donley. Only pops this one foul out of play. No balls and a strike here to Donley. Donley flew out to left field his first time up. Pops this one foul off the screen behind the plate. Falls behind 0-2. Garrett Stoy, should Donley reach, Stoy is in the on-deck circle here. Here's the 0-2 from Sandor. Lifted down the line in right, long run, and a nice running catch by Amy in right. Into foul territory he goes. And the inning comes to a close, and Trinity strands a couple here in the fourth. We've played 3.5, Moon 6, Trinity nothing on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
When Governors Wolf and Shapiro tried to impose a carbon tax that would have sent your electric bills through the roof and gutted our energy jobs, I fought back and we won. I'm Senator Cameron Bartolotta. I'm proud to stand with our natural gas and coal industries and the hardworking men and women who keep our lights on. I'll keep fighting against Green New Deal schemes that threaten our jobs and our way of life. On May 19th, I'm asking for your vote so I can keep standing up for you. Paid for by Cameron for Senate.
You deserve a bank that lifts up your business, that shares your spirits and your taste for success. At Washington Financial, we pride ourselves on crafting solutions that are as one of a kind as your business is. Go with the bank that gets you. Washington Financial Bank.
We're going to have a defensive change. We saw Stoy in the on-deck circle to bat, and it would have been in the 8th spot for Landon Kahn should the Hillers have gotten to that spot in the 4th inning.
Now batting, number 2.
He didn't get to the plate, but he will go in as a defensive replacement at second base. So that is Stoy replacing Landon Kahn. I mean, Stoy not only replaced him at second, he will go into the 8th spot of the batting order and should lead off the 5th inning for the Hillers. But here we go to the bottom of the 4th, and for Moon it is Will Swisher, Nick Machusko, and Owen Amy to bat here against Zach Schrader, who came in to just get the 1 out to end the 3rd inning. So only the second batter he has faced, and that's ball 1. To Swisher. Swisher 1 for 2 previously against Harshman. Now a fly ball to deep right field. Chandler tracking it. He'll make the catch, but every fly ball seems to be a little bit of adventure with the wind here today. You see that? He looks like he's camped under and then has to lunge back at the last second to make the catch. Looked like it was going to be fairly routine, and then all of a sudden it's not. But a catch still nonetheless. Retires Swisher. And that'll bring up Nick Machusko, who has been hit twice, but that was by Harshman. Now Schrader the batter, or Schrader the pitcher, excuse me, and the pitch outside for a ball. And chasing here, that breaking ball not close. 1-1 count here to Machusko. One and a fly ball deep left field, and watch it go. That hits the roof on one of the softball dugouts in left field. Nick Machusko, a deep drive and home run to add on to the Tiger lead. It is 7-0. That was well struck, as you see the celebration.
Now batting, number 4, Owen Amy.
That'll bring up Owen Amy as the Tigers pick up only their second extra base hit of the game, but that one was with authority off the bat of Nick Machusko. Amy is 0 for 2 on the day. For Machusko, that was only his second home run of the year. Certainly looked like he had done that before. There's a strike called. No balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Off the end of the bat. Fouled down toward first, 0-2. Yeah, the home run leader on this team is Cross with 5. And really, they don't hit many home runs, do the Tigers. Only 9 on the year for the whole team. Swisher has a couple. Marusko has 1, and Machusko now 2. That was the 10th home run of the season on the team. Pitch up high for a ball. 1-2 the count. Of course, those stats according to Max Preps, and they look to be pretty up to date for the fly ball into right field. Should be an easy play, and is for Chandler. And that is the second out of the inning.
Now batting, number 13, Jaden Bittner.
So a couple of fly ball outs to right field, but a home run sandwiched in between them here in this 4th inning. That brings Jaden Bittner to the plate. Bittner 1 for 2, but has scored a couple. His runner anyway Bittner scored those. That's right. Bittner scored those runs. Was not lifted for the runner. This pitch inside for a ball, but Bittner had the single to lead off the second. He would score, and then he scored on the 2-run single by Vendetti. And then he came around to score as well after he had the ball that got through the second baseman Kahn and that big error that continued the rally for Moon in the 3rd inning. This pitch all the way to the backstop, 2-0. In the bottom of the 7th, the Colts of Chartiers Valley are down to their final 2 outs, and it's still 11-2. Schrader's pitch misses inside. I have that as, I was going to say I have it as 3-0, and that's what the umpire now signaling to the scoreboard operator. It is indeed 3-0 to Bittner. Schrader's pitch right there for a strike. Looked like Bittner was taking all the way. And it's 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. The pitch from Schrader. Fouled off out of play. That'll run the count full. Full count on Jaden Bittner. Schrader's pitch. Back through the middle. A chance here for the shortstop Williamson. Strong throw over to first. He'll make the play. Bases pretty much stayed empty that inning, but you had the big home run from Machusko to add on to the Moon lead here in the 4th. We've played 4, Moon 7, Trinity nothing here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Get your name out there with Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville. Whether it's your business, your school, your team, whatever group or organization, Bell Print and Stitch does digital printing, including banners and vehicle graphics. They'll put your logo on anything with embroidery, heat press vinyl, or screen printing, all at competitive prices. Need an online fundraising spirit store? Call 724-207-3408. Bell Print and Stitch on Main Street in Bentleyville. See more on Facebook.
Looking for your next getaway? Discover Greene County, Pennsylvania, where small town charm meets wide open adventure. Explore scenic parks and winding trails. Visit historic towns and tour our picturesque covered bridges. Enjoy family-friendly events, hands-on history, and peaceful countryside views. Whether you're planning a day trip or a weekend escape, Greene County has something for everyone. Start planning your visit today at visitgreene.org.
Will be Garrett Stoy leading off here. He'll get his first at-bat in the top of the fifth as he came in as a defensive replacement in the bottom of the fourth inning. So Stoy in for Landon Kahn. Landon Kahn had a good day at the plate. He had the big double in the third, but it was Kahn who did not score on that, what would have been a sac fly, and Kahn also had the error defensively, which certainly cost the Hillers earlier in the ball game. Sandor chops it at the plate, foul, strike one. Or Stoy chops it at the plate, the pitch from Sandor. Sandor only up to 58 pitches here in the fifth inning. Cole Keller making an appearance here today. Here's the pitch from Sandor. Misses for a ball. And we can officially say the Trinity Hillers have been eliminated from postseason contention. Upper St. Clair wins 11-2. This pitch misses for a ball. So now the Hillers just trying to finish strong here, but trailing Moon 7-0. Of course, the game means a lot to the Moon Tigers as well. A win for Moon clinches them an outright section title. Here's a fly ball into right field. Ranging over into right center field is Amy. He'll make the catch, one away. We've had a lot of fly balls to right field today. Right fielders have been busy on both sides. That is I think the fourth F9 for Amy out there in right, and certainly on the other side, Chandler has been busy as well for Trinity. Jace Hartley sends the first pitch, backhanded by second baseman Longwell on to first in time, 2 away, just like that. Good play here on the backhand from the second baseman Longwell. Just gets the throw in time. And we're back to the top of the order. Trinity still with 4 hits on the day. They had a couple last inning, but have been unable to push anything across. Samagala the batter, and he sends a fly ball deep right center field, going back and watching it go off the bank. It's a home run for Owen Samagala, and the Hillers are on the board. Get a look at it here on the replay. Got a lot of it, and the ball is carrying today for sure. Hit well beyond that fence out there, which is a double fence all the way around. It's a relatively high fence and cleared by a lot off the bank out there.
Next up, number 3, Avari
here on the Moon Township campus. Avari Chandler to the batter as the Hillers are on the board, 7-1. And a ground ball to short. Cross scoops it up, throws on to first in time. Side retired. So the home run from Samagala gets the Hillers on the board. We've played 4.5. Moon 7, Trinity 1 here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Start strong and stay local. CCBC's Washington County College Center gives you the edge to get ahead. High school students can learn to fly before they drive with our Aviation Academy. If helping others is what you do, let us help you. Advance from LPN to RN and open new doors in your healthcare career. Or get ahead in college by earning general education credits. No matter your path, we're here to help you move forward. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
This is Coach Guy Montecalvo for the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame. Thanks to the support of CNX, GBU, Printscape, the Pony League World Series, and the participants in our annual golf outing, we awarded nearly $14,000 in scholarships to local high school athletes, plus $3,000 to our Courage Award and Edward Monaco Above and Beyond Award winners. And we granted money to high school athletes starting their own nonprofit charities. We encourage you to join us at our next meeting and be a part of something exceptional. The Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame.
We head to the bottom of the 5th inning, bottom third of the order due up here for the Moon Tigers. Nico Marasco, Taylor Ebner, and Thad Longwell are due up here in the Moon 5th inning. Give you a score update if you missed it earlier. There you see the line score. Trinity with their 5 hits, keeping pace there with Moon in the hit column, but certainly Moon, especially that big 3rd inning stands out, that 4 spot that Moon pushed across in the 4th. But that result, we have 11-2 Upper St. Clair over Chartiers Valley. That eliminates Trinity. It also eliminates Peters Township. Peters Township's game tonight against South Fayette will be meaningless for Peters Township with that Upper St. Clair victory over Chartiers Valley today. First pitch strike to Nico Marasco. So your playoff teams will be Moon, South Fayette, Bethel Park, and Upper St. Clair. Pitch misses in the dirt for a ball. 1-1 the count. One ball, one strike. Zach Schrader with the pitch. Chopper back to the mound. And an easy flip over to first. One away here in the 5th.
Now batting, number 8, Taylor Ebner.
As Taylor Ebner comes to the plate.
My cousins are crazy, my cousins like boogies. Life is amazing, it is what it should be. Been here for 10, but I feel like a rookie. I tell her, look up.
And we've got a potential pitching change coming here as Schrader is going to head off the mound. Looks like the new pitcher is going to be Ben Koskowski. I believe that will be our only change once again. It'll just be pitcher for pitcher. So Schrader comes in and faces only 6 batters. And for Schrader, he retired 5 of the 6. And the only one he didn't retire drove it over the fence. Nick Machusko had the solo home run last inning. But Schrader retired the other 5 batters he faced. So the new pitcher, Ben Koskowski, getting his warm-ups in. So again, while we have a moment, coming into the ball game, this game had a lot of meaning for Moon. A Moon victory means an outright section title. South Fayette was hoping for a Moon loss, as if South Fayette would get the Moon loss and then a win tonight over Peters Township, we would have co-champions of the section. But right now, that South Fayette Peters Township game looking more and more meaningless for both teams. If Moon holds on for this win, it means nothing to South Fayette, and it already means nothing for Peters Township, because coming in, both Peters Township and Trinity needed wins combined with an Upper St. Clair loss, and that Upper St. Clair loss piece did not happen. The Panthers beat Chartiers Valley 11-2, thus eliminating Trinity and Peters Township from the playoffs. So that is how things played out here today in Section 2. We knew it would all be decided today one way or another. It could have gone a whole bunch of different ways. But that Upper St. Clair victory over Chartiers Valley really cleans things up. Koskowski went 4 innings in his last appearance, giving up 4 hits, 2 earned runs, and struck out 5 and walked 3. That was in the win over Elizabeth Forward, 5-3 win over EF. And Koskowski on the hill here, working from the wind against Taylor Ebner. And Ebner looks at ball 1 high and away. Here's the 1-0. That's a called strike on the outside corner. Base is empty with one away here as Marasco was retired to start the inning by Zach Schrader. Here's the 1-1 from Koskowski. That's outside. Two balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Count 2-2 here on Taylor Ebner. Ebner was hit by a pitch in the second inning. He came around to score, or his runner did, and he doubled in the third inning. And once again, his runner, Warnagaris, came around to score. Foul away. 2-2 stays the count. That double from Ebner, an RBI double that scored Bittner from first base. 2-2 from Koskowski. And this is lifted into shallow right center field. Drifting over to make the play is Hartley. And that is 2 away.
Now batting, number 1, Thad.
Trinity looking for their first 3-up, 3-down inning here on Moon. If Koskowski can get Longwell. Moon only sent 4 batters to the plate last inning, but one of those was that solo home run. Chance to retire Moon in order for the first time here if Koskowski can get Longwell, who was 1 for 2 on the day. And a first pitch strike here to Longwell, whose both at-bats previously came against the starter Harshman. No balls and a strike. Here's the pitch from Koskowski. It misses outside. 1-1 to count. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Moon leading 7-1. And here's the pitch. Just missing for ball 2. 2-1. Try to get an update on the our other ball game. Looks like 7-4 the score. Chartiers Houston still leading. That pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. And that game in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Chartiers Houston, if they can hang on, would clinch a playoff spot with a win over California. That pitch misses outside, ball 4. That's ball 4. Missed a pitch in there.
Now batting, number 21, Savario.
So the Tigers do get a man on here in the 5th inning, and that'll bring up Sevi Vendetti. Vendetti's been on base 3 times. Each of those 3 was against the starter Harshman. He walked in the first, was caught trying to advance on a wild pitch. Then he had a 2-run single in the second, and he walked again in the third. First pitch is a strike to Vendetti. Yeah, Chartiers Houston holds on. They would clinch a spot, and that would eliminate Frazier. That Frazier-Beth Center game tonight would become meaningless if that score in California holds. Pickoff try over to first, back in safely was Longwell. Season finale here on the WJPA Sports Network as we, regular season finale, I should say. Runner goes, throw from Creighton is on the first base side of second base, kicks away, and then probably an opportunity to advance for Longwell, but he retreats back as Stoy goes and collects the baseball. Pitch was a ball, 1-1 the count, and a stolen base for Longwell. So runner at second with 2 away here for Vendetti now. Koskowski with a 1-1 pitch, showing bunt, pulling back, and it's ball 2. Creighton wants to have a quick word with Koskowski here, and the umpire's going to clean off home plate. Again, regular season finale here on the WJPA Sports Network. The playoff pairings, playoff brackets, if you will, to be released on Friday for baseball. 2-1 pitch from Koskowski, showing bunt, pulling back, and taking ball 3. They'll announce softball brackets on Thursday, and then baseball brackets on Friday. We'll have to wait until after we see all the matchups and sites and times and all that good stuff on Friday for baseball before we can put the whole puzzle together with all the softball and baseball to be covered. Showing bunt and taking a strike on the inside corner. Now 3-2, full count here against Vendetti. Playoffs should be starting as early as Monday. And so we will be very busy next week, hoping the weather allows for a lot of broadcasts to happen in the first week of the playoffs. Pitch is low for ball 4. And after 2 quick outs here in the 5th, Moon has 2 runners on, both via the walk. And the batter's Andrew Cross now. Cross 0 for 2 plus a walk, but he is now the first batter to face all 3 Trinity pitchers in the ball game, as he was the first pitcher faced by Zach Schrader. Ground ball to short. Williamson's going to go to first and gets the throw over in time to retire the side. No hits, no runs, no errors, and 2 left. We've played 5. Moon 7, Trinity 1, here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Everybody needs some help these days. Take Jessica's mom.
High deductible. Mom forgets about her pills. I go crazy. But then I heard about Curtis Pharmacy.
See, Curtis Pharmacy cures the crazy. Save with Better RX. And packed by meds. Ease Jess's quite worried mind.
Better RX has generics priced lower than online pharmacies.
And packed by meds has your meds packed in pouches, stamped with a date and time to be taken. No more pill boxes. Dare to compare at curtispharmacy.com.
Five innings in the books. Moon leading 7-1. I said things cleaned up a lot with that Upper St. Clair victory over Chartiers Valley. Things will be cleaned up even more with a Moon victory here over Trinity if they hang on here to this lead they have. That would wrap up everything, because then the section title would be clinched. South Fayette would have no chance at claiming a share of that with a win. No, same pitcher. Chris Sandor still out there ready to go. He's only got 64 pitches through 5 innings. He's done a nice job to keep that
in the top of the 6th, number 15,
in check, certainly.
Jonah Williamson.
Jonah Williamson, the batter, 1 for 2 today. Singled in the first, had Trinity's first hit. He was stranded at third of that inning. The only run for the Hillers on the board came last inning on the solo home run from Owen Semigala. First pitch to Williamson, called strike 1. Chris Sandor has given up a total of 5 hits to the Hillers through 5 innings. And those have been the only base runners. No free passes. This pitch high and tight for a ball. And the only error committed was a throwing error on Sandor on a pickoff try. So nobody's reached base on an error either. There's the 1-1. And that misses outside. 2-1 the count to Williamson. Here's the 2-1. That's high and tight. Backing out of the way there is Williamson. 3-1 the count. Yeah, the only thing really left to be official is the section title at this point. Like I said, South Fayette hoping for a Trinity comeback here to keep their hopes alive. Otherwise, Moon would be outright champion. Swing and a miss. Count runs full here to Williamson, 3-2. Working from the windup here is Sandor. Payoff pitch coming. Fly ball going back is Vendetti, and he will watch it go. Another home run for the Hillers as Jonah Williamson sends one over the center field fence. Good drive here by Williamson, and that is 2 out of the last 3 batters going yard for Trinity. As you see Williamson coming in to cross the plate, and the Hillers have cut it now to 7-2.
Now batting number 38.
On the drive from Jonah Williamson. Derek Falvo will bat now. He has one of the Hillers' hits. He had a double in the 4th inning, was stranded that inning. Sandor's pitch to Falvo in there for strike 1. Sandor is now going over 70 pitches. And still without an out here in the 6th inning. He might start to wonder if he can get through the game. We'll see. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count here to Falvo. Here's the 0-2. Missed outside. 1-2 the count. And that pitch misses for a ball, and oh my, don't look now, but California's come back. It's 8-7 California in the bottom of the 6th. It was still 7-4 in the bottom of the 6th, and they're still batting in the bottom of the 6th inning, so Chartiers Houston may not. Here's a line shot by Falvo into right field. As Trinity gets the bats going here in the 6th inning with the leadoff home run from Williamson, followed by the single from Falvo. And that'll bring Tim Creighton to the plate. 0 for 2 today. As Trinity still trying to rally here, down 5. Nobody out in this 6th inning. Swing and a miss. I can tell you one team that's rooting for a Trinity rally, and that is the South Fayette Lions. Here's the 0-1 and a fly ball. That's going to be a long run for Marasco. He won't get there. It lands in the corner. Falvo around second, heading to third. He'll be held there. It's a double. Home run, single, double for Trinity. First 3 batters here in the 6th inning.
Next up, number 16, Carson Hathaway.
That one lands in that corner. Marasco had no chance of getting all the way to that spot. Was playing well off the line there. Hillers try to keep something going here as 2nd and 3rd with nobody out. Carson Hathaway the batter. And now Sandor is approaching 80 pitches, so what looked to be a very good situation for Sandor through 5. Now running into some trouble here in the 6th. This one's fouled. Back to the backstop for strike 1 to Hathaway. Hathaway on the day, singled in the 4th inning. He's 1 for 2. No balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. 1-1 the count. 9-7 California leads in the bottom of the 6th inning, which means Chartiers Houston down to their final 3 outs when they come to bat, needing a win to clinch a playoff spot. 1-1 pitch to Hathaway. Swing and a miss. Got a piece of it. Fouled it back to the backstop. 1-2. The Bucks wouldn't be eliminated with that loss, but they would then rely on Beth Center to knock off Frazier tonight. That's a night game at Beth Center. Count is 1-2. And the pitch to Hathaway. Off the end of the bat, it rolls down the first baseline and just goes foul. They'll pick it up in foul territory. Count 1-2. Sandor now over 80 pitches thrown, so. But Moon sticking with the senior. Trinity a triple away from the cycle this inning. And Moon does have some bullpen activity down there in foul territory left side. Count is 1-2 to Hathaway. Sandor's pitch misses outside. Count 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Sandor from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Popped up, foul territory, and will get out of play. Chusco was giving a long look at it, but ran out of room. Count 2-2 here to the Trinity designated hitter. Long look in this time from Sandor. Two balls, two strikes. Here's the pitch. And sent towards second base. Longwell will play it to first to get the shore out there, but it's an RBI ground out for Carson Hathaway. Brings Falvo home from third, and the Hillers cut a little more into this lead. Asher Donley will bat, but we're going to see potentially a change here. Coach coming out to talk with pitcher Sandor, who I have unofficially at 84 pitches, so there's still some room in the pitch count. Looks like he's going to stay in. So Asher Donley, the batter, 0 for 2 on the day, but a chance to draw the Hillers a little closer. 7-3 the score. Another runner out there at third with one away. Pitch from Sandor. Oh, and that just misses for ball one. A pretty good pitch there from Sandor. Here's the 1-0. Fouled back. 1-1 the count. Chartiers Houston is now batting in the top of the seventh. They do have a man at third already with nobody out, so things certainly far from decided at California. You can see Ethan Spazarski running camera on the broadcast, actually, if you look at it in the press box. Pitch outside for a ball. Count 2-1. Sandor's pitch. Called strike. Take a look at that one again, and that one maybe got a call there, did Sandor. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and it's sent right at the second baseman, Longwell. Just didn't carry, and that is out number 2. Kind of got it off the end of the bat there, did Donley.
Garrett Stoy.
That'll bring up Garrett Stoy for his second at-bat. As that wind is starting to feel like some rain might be coming. Stoy flew out to right in his only at-bat previously. That's a first pitch strike. We're in the top of the 6th. Trinity down 4. 7-3 here with a runner at third and 2 away. Pitch high and away for a ball. 1-1 the count. Our meteorologist, Brett Gambita, still says no rain. We're going to hold him to it. Here's the 1-1. Check swing, doesn't matter. It's a called strike on the pitch. 1-2. North and west of us, according to Weatherman. 1-2. That one's high and tight. Look out. 2-2 the count is now Sandor is, I have him unofficially at 93 pitches. Speaking of that, California's going to have to go to their bullpen as well. Their starter ran out of room in the top of the 7th. 2-2. Called strike 3. And that will end the top of the 6th. Trinity gets a home run, single, and double to start the inning. They do push 2 runs across. And as we head to the bottom of the 6th, it is Moon 7, Trinity 3 here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Join the team at Schweinebraten Bus Company, a family-owned business in Washington. Schweinebraten Bus Company is hiring. Earn highly competitive wages with paid training and sign-on bonus, plus holiday and loyalty bonuses. Learn more. Call 724-222-4113. Proudly serving the area since 1929. Schweinebraten Bus Company, the shiniest school buses in town. Looking for great drivers like you. Call today, 724-222-4113.
My dream field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My dream field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My dream field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
Here we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Koskowski still the pitcher for Trinity. Came in relief of Zach Schrader. Schrader faced only 6 batters. And this will be the 5th batter faced by Koskowski, as he will face Swisher, Machusko, and Amy due up here for the Moon Tigers in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Moon needing a win to clinch an outright section title. They're right now 3 outs away from doing that. Of course, they wouldn't mind a little insurance here in the bottom of the 6th either. Trinity did put up 2 runs. They put up 3 runs in the last 2 innings, with a run in the 5th and 2 in the 6th. Swisher 1 for 3 today, singled and scored in the 3rd. First pitch fouled back, strike 1. Looks like it maybe caught the catcher there, but No balls and a strike here to Swisher. Koskowski from the wind. Here's the pitch. Ripped down the line, and that is a fair ball. Oh, he called foul. He called foul. I thought the home plate umpire was signaling fair. It certainly looked to be inside the bag. But it will be ruled a foul ball. Wow, okay. I thought the home plate umpire was signaling fair, but first base umpire raised his hands as a foul ball, and everybody even on the Trinity side agreed that was a fair ball, but it should just be strike two then, right? 0-2, he has the count. Okay, so could have been extra bases for Will Swisher, but he'll be back at the plate here. By the way, California wins 9-7. That goes final. Chartiers Houston now will rely on Beth Center to beat Frazier. That's their last hope to get the Bucks into the playoffs. So things have not gone the way of the Washington County teams that were trying to win their way into the playoffs. This pitch is fouled out of play. Chartiers Houston again fails to get it done when a win gets them in. Trinity and Peters Township, of course, needed wins, but also needed help, and already been decided that help did not come. 0-2. Fouled back out of play. Count stays 0-2. Upper St. Clair defeating Chartiers Valley 11-2, thus eliminating both Trinity and Peters Township. Another 0-2 offering here. And that misses up high for a ball. 1-2 the count. Swisher leading off this sixth inning. That misses low and away for a ball. 2-2. Koskowski from the wind. Here's the pitch. Fouls it off. Long battle here between Koskowski and Swisher. After Swisher thought he had a hit down the line. Had to continue this at bat, and it's turned into quite a battle. Two balls and two strikes. And now calling time and stepping out is Swisher. Here's the pitch. Called strike three. After all that, Swisher is caught looking, and he is none too happy. Of course, he's still thinking that pitch was definitely too close to take, but he's still thinking he was cheated a double, and I'm not so sure he's not correct. Koskowski gets the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Nick Machusko. First pitch in the dirt for ball. Machusko homered last time up after being hit by two pitches. Took his frustration out on the baseball in the fourth inning with a solo home run. Trinity does have one more game on their schedule. This is a fly ball to deep right field. Machusko sends another one a long ways. This time it is caught just shy of the fence by Chandler. And that is out number two, as Machusko got a lot of that one. But Chandler was there, and I said the right fielders have been busy today. That's the third put out for Chandler. Brings up Owen Amy, who was 0 for 3 today here for Moon. A couple of ground outs and a fly out. He pops this one foul out of play. But Trinity is scheduled to play Baldwin on the 7th. So on Thursday, they would get one final Ball game in. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count. This pitch sails up high. Now 1-2 to Amy. So those will be coming up here in the top of the seventh, needing at least 4 runs. There's a swing and a miss, and they will need 4. As that is the first time Moon has been retired in order in the ball game. They go down 1-2-3 in the 6th. We head on to the 7th. The Hillers down to their final 3 outs here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
I'm Senator Camera Bartolotta, and I'm running for re-election to keep fighting for working families in the 46th District. I've worked to create family-sustaining jobs, hold government accountable, and stand strong with our first responders and law enforcement. I'll keep fighting to grow our economy, unleash Pennsylvania energy, and lower your taxes so you can keep more of your hard-earned money. I'm proudly pro-Second Amendment and pro-life, and with your support in the May 19th Republican primary, I'll continue delivering for you. Paid for by Camera for Senate.
Well, we are going to have a new pitcher, so I'll allow Scott to go ahead and handle those changes. This is very likely just a simple change as well, because their pitcher was not in the batting order either. So they're going to bring in number 9, Nate Weber, the lefty, to try to close things out here for the Moon Tigers after their starter Sandor goes 6 innings, was really cruising through 4, gave up that solo homer in the 5th, and then ran into a little bit of trouble last inning after giving up a home run, single, and double to start the inning. I had him at 94 pitches anyway, so not likely he could have finished the complete game anyway. So Nate Weber will take over the reins here for Moon, and he will face the 9-hitter, Jace Hartley, followed by top of the order, Samagala and Chandler, as Trinity will look to rally in the 7th. They need 4 runs before 3 outs. That's as easy as it can be put. And again, if Moon holds on here, it finalizes everything in the section as far as section title, all 4 playoff spots, and in their positions. And the Peters Township South Fayette game later this evening is rendered completely meaningless if Moon holds on here. Pitches ball 1 to Hartley. Here's the pitch from the lefty, and that is in for strike 1. 1-1 the count as the wind picking up here again in the top of the 7th. 1-1 pitch. Tough one off the handle there for Hartley. Going to have to hurry the throw, and the throw gets away. Longwell's throw tracked down in foul territory. Hartley with a head-first slide to second base. I think if that throw's on line, he gets him. Let's see if we can see that on the replay. Yeah, I think that's got to go E4.
Number 5, Owen Samagala.
You guys agree, or you want to give him an infield hit? 2-1, you lose. Okay, the batter first pitch is a ball to Owen Samagala. So Hartley out at second base here for Trinity. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. Samagala reaches base, then Trinity starts to think about, tying run in the on-deck circle here. So swing and a miss. 1-2 to Samagala. Going At the top of the order up here, Semigala homered last time up. Jonah Williamson could very easily bat this inning. He also homered his last time up. Here's a swing and a miss, though, from Semigala, and he is down on strikes.
Next up, number 3.
For the first out of the inning.
Chandler.
Good look at the lefty Weber. Going to bring up Avari Chandler. Chandler 0 for 3 today after a great game yesterday against Moon. Lefty Weber from the stretch. Here's the pitch. In there for strike one. 1-1 the count to Avari Chandler. Williamson waits on deck. Had that string of 3 hits in a row from Williamson, Falvo, and Creighton last inning. This pitch up high, taken for ball 2. If you just joined us as well, we learned that California defeated Chartiers Houston today, so Chartiers Houston fails to clinch a playoff spot. They still have one hope remaining. They need a Frazier loss to Best Center tonight. Pitch up high. 3-1 the count. And this is lifted, foul, out of play, right side. That'll fill the count at 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes. Weber has his sign, comes home with the pitch, and misses for ball 4. So the Hillers get a second base runner here in the 7th.
Now batting number
And that will bring Williamson to the plate with 2 on. Like I said, Williamson, Falvo, Creighton. 3 straight hits to start the 6th inning. So this might be a very good spot of the order for Trinity to get a rally going. Still the tying run waits in the on-deck circle at this point. Pitches a strike to Williamson. Both Williamson has a home run. Both Falvo and Creighton have doubled in this game. And Williamson sends a deep drive to center field. Going back and making a fine catch is Vendetti on the run back toward the fence. And that's a big out as Vendetti tracks down the drive from Jonah Williamson. He got a lot of this one. And that's a fine defensive play, getting back in time to make the catch. And that is the second out of the inning. Tagging from second to third on the play was Hartley. And now Derek Falvo bats as Trinity down to their final out. Lefty on lefty here. Runner goes without a throw. Chandler into second base. Pitch was a strike. 0-1 the count to Falvo. That pitch misses for a ball. If that camera falls over in center field with 1 out to go because of this wind, I might cry after losing one yesterday. 1 ball and 1 strike to Falvo. Second and third here for the Hillers. Pitch up high for a ball. 2-1. Again, Trinity still not yet able to get the tying run to the plate here in this 7th inning, and a called strike 2 to Falvo. And now Moon a strike away from an outright section title. Falvo going to call time. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Weber, the lefty, comes set. Here's the pitch. Called, strike 3, and that is the ball game. Falvo is caught looking, and that will end it. Moon is your outright section champion, 7-3. Trinity has been eliminated from postseason contention with their loss here today. We will bring you back and recap this one for you here on the WJPA Sports Network presented by CNX Foundation.
You deserve a bank that drives your business. One that's with you for the long haul and knows how to keep your business rolling. At Washington Financial, we pride ourselves on delivering customized solutions, ones that are built for the unique journey your business is on. Go with the bank that gets you. Washington Financial Bank.
Get your name out there with Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville. Whether it's your business, your school, your team, whatever group or organization, Bell Print and Stitch does digital printing, including banners and vehicle graphics. They'll put your logo on anything with embroidery, heat press vinyl, or screen printing, all at competitive prices. Need an online fundraising spirit store? Call 724-207-3408. Bell Print and Stitch on Main Street in Bentleyville. See more on Facebook.
Looking for your next getaway? Discover Greene County, Pennsylvania, where small-town charm meets wide-open adventure. Explore scenic parks and winding trails. Visit historic towns and tour our picturesque covered bridges. Enjoy family-friendly events, hands-on history, and peaceful countryside views. Whether you're planning a day trip or a weekend escape, Greene County has something for everyone. Start planning your visit today at visitgreene.org.
Final score 7-3, Moon over the Trinity Hillers here today, as the wind again picking up here in Moon Township as we look to recap this one for you. Give you an idea of the scoring summary for you. We started in the second inning with the scoring. Moon got on the board, a leadoff single for Jaden Bittner. Taylor Ebner reached on a hit batsman, Sevi Vendetti, 2-run single to drive both runs in and get the Moon Tigers on the board. They would add on in the third, a leadoff single for Will Swisher. Machusko was hit by a pitch, and then after a ground ball out, Jaden Bittner hit a ground ball to second base. Should have been a routine play at second. It got through the legs into right field, allowed Swisher to score. He would have scored anyway from third base, but it allowed another run to come in and score. Had that play been made at second, the inning would have ended on a Nico Marasco fly out to left field. But that was only the second out, and then Taylor Ebner with an RBI double, followed by an RBI single from Thad Longwell. And the Moon Tigers scored 4 runs, 3 of them unearned, in that third inning to take a 5-0 lead. They would tack on in the fourth inning with a solo home run from Nick Machusko. That made it 7-0. I'm sorry, it was 6-0 after 3, 7-0 after the home run from Machusko in the fourth. And then it was Trinity scoring the rest of the way, but would still come up 4 runs shy. They had solo home run from Owen Semigal in the fifth. They had a leadoff solo home run from Jonah Williamson in the sixth. They would also get another run across in the sixth after Derek Falvo singled, Tim Creighton doubled, and Carson Hathaway's ground out to second scored Falvo on the play. That would be the end of the scoring as the Hillers came up 4 runs shy. Did have some runners on. Hartley reached on an error in the seventh. Chandler walked in the seventh, but the game ended on a fly out to center from Williamson and a strikeout from Falvo for our 7-3 final. Winning pitcher in the ball game was get back to the lineup here, was Chris Sandor for Moon. And Sandor, a very nice outing for Sandor. He started to go up some runs there late in his 6 innings of work, but kind of scattered, if you will, kind of scattered 8 hits from the Hillers over his 6 innings of work. to give up those 3 runs late. Didn't strike out a bunch of batters, only 3 strikeouts, but never walked a batter, never issued a free pass. Trinity certainly had to work against Sandor, and he is going to get the win for the Moon Tigers. The loss will be on Aaron Harshman, who, again, Harshman was pulled in the 3rd inning. He gave up a total of 6 runs in the ball game, but only 3 of them were earned. Harshman takes the loss for the Hillers. It's time now to recognize our player of the game, brought to you by Washington County College Center, operated by Community College of Beaver County.
Start strong and stay local. CCBC's Washington County College Center gives you the edge to get ahead. High school students can learn to fly before they drive with our Aviation Academy. If helping others is what you do, let us help you. Advance from LPN to RN and open new doors in your healthcare career. Or get ahead in college by earning general education credits. No matter your path, we're here to help you move forward. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
Could have gone a couple different ways here, but I feel like the Sevi Vendetti had himself a game. He walked 3 times, but his one hit, he was on base every time he was up, was always making waves on the base paths, and had the 2 RBI single. That was a pretty big hit in this ball game. It happened early, but it came with 2 outs in the 2nd inning, and drove in 2 to get Moon on the board, and they never trailed after that. And Sevi Vendetti is going to be our Washington County College Center, operated by Community College of Beaver County. He is our player of the game. Congratulations to Moon's Sevi Vendetti. So that puts a wrap on the regular season. As let's take a look at the official standings, and we saw Moon out in the outfield there. You can see on the wide shot they actually had a section champion banner out there. They were able to clinch that today outright. They had already clinched a share, but with today's win, it becomes an outright title for Moon as they finish section 9 and 3. South Fayette still to play Peters Township tonight, but they are already locked into a second-place finish in the second. Whether they finish 7 and 5, whether they finish 8 and 4, makes no difference. They will be second place in the section. Bethel Park finishes 6 and 6. They get the 3rd spot. And Upper St. Clair, with their win today over Chartiers Valley, they finish 6 and 6. They will get the 4th spot. Bethel Park and Upper St. Clair, that tiebreaker belongs to Bethel Park as they swept Upper St. Clair in their 2 games. So those are your playoff teams: Moon, South Fayette, Bethel Park, and Upper St. Clair. Trinity falls to 5 and 7. They are eliminated from playoff contention. And Peters Township still has a chance to get to 6 and 6 as well tonight against South Fayette. However, they would lose out in the tiebreakers to Bethel Park and Upper St. Clair should they win that game over South Fayette. Peters Township has been eliminated. They will finish either tied with Trinity or in that 6 and 6 tie, but either way, they will be out of the playoffs. And Chartiers Valley finishes the year 3 and 9 in section. That is the standings in section 2, and that is the way it cleans up. Moon, South Fayette, Bethel Park, Upper St. Clair, your playoff teams here in Section 2. Also, WJPA Sports Network had action from California today where Chartiers Houston lost a game. They had a 7-3 lead in the ball game, lost it in the bottom of the 6th. 9-7 was the final. California defeats Chartiers Houston. That means Chartiers Houston could not clinch with a win today. They have one last hope, and they will be pulling for Beth Center to beat Fraser tonight. If Beth Center wins that game, Chartiers Houston would back into the playoffs, if you will, but they would be in the field. Again, Thursday, softball playoffs are announced. Friday, baseball playoffs are announced. And sometime after we get that Friday schedule, we'll be able to piece together all of our playoff action, which will start as early as next Monday. Big thank you to Brett Gambita on camera today and for Scott Donnelly handling the producer duties today. I am Jason Tennant here, wrapping things up from Moon Township. I want to let you know WJPA Sports Network, as always, is presented by Visit Green. Greene County has something for everyone as Scott scrambles. Log on. VisitGreene.org. Should I stall a little more? Bell Print and Stitch. Digital print, embroidery, design, and fundraising. Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville and on Facebook. By Washington Financial Bank for 125 years. Proud to be the bank that gets you. By Camera Bartolotta for Pennsylvania Senate. Find out more at cameraforsenate.com. By CNX Dreamfields, making your dream field come true. By Schweine Broughton Bus Lines, the shiniest school buses in town, and they're looking for drivers like you. By Curtis Pharmacy in Washington, Claysville, Connellsville, Carmichaels, and online at curtispharmacy.com. By the Washington Greene County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame, celebrating our region's rich athletic tradition. And by the Washington County College Center, operated by Community College of Beaver County. That'll do it here from Moon Township. On behalf of Brett Gambita and Scott Donnelly, I am Jason Tennant saying so long here from Moon Area High School. Once again, your final score, Moon 7, Trinity 3. The Tigers are your section champions outright. Trinity has been eliminated from playoff contention. This has been a presentation of the WJPA Sports Network.